But from a marketing perspective, though, I'd imagine like the K-pop stans who are like huge fans, aka the whole world of like BTS. It's like to know that they still fulfilled their like country's duty and come back, and then like now their music's probably gonna be so much more like mature and edgy, or like they're men that have like really experienced certain things. Welcome back to another episode of the Careful Boys, where this is where you come to get all your K-pop news, obviously. So, guys, BTS, Steve's favorite K-pop group. Remember who they are?
And I know Blackpink.
How do you know about BTS?
I know about BTS because those guys were in a fucking cell phone commercial.
But what about them? They're global superstars.
Okay, well, the thing is, did you guys know that they were basically on a break because they all had to go serve in the Korean military at their particular age?
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, so now they're finally coming back. This is like their actual moment of comeback. So they have their 5th full-length album, which will have 14 tracks, coming out on March 20th at midnight Eastern time.
Wow.
Whoa.
They basically spent the entire last couple like weeks, months, or whatever finishing their album. But this is a huge moment because they have been and are and still are the biggest boy band, so to speak, of all time.
It's kind of cool there's no exceptions.
Well, that's the thing.
I don't give a fuck how big of a star you are. You're going to go serve the fucking country, son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's tight.
Definitely no exceptions. However, there have been very notorious stories of people that like chose not to and fled the country, even at like the like apex of their career and stuff.
They give exceptions to some people if they're doing something that benefits the country.
No,
Nah.
they don't give exceptions. If anything, they might put you, for example, correct me if I'm wrong. I need all the stands to correct me if I'm wrong. I want engagement in the comments. But like Taeyong, for example, when he went to the military, he was put into like a particular group that goes around to the different other military camps in Korea and like performs.
Like USO show.
Kind of like that. Yeah. So it's like
Like a more like specialized like MOS, so to speak. Like,
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Or like, for example, I think Hong Ten, again, allegedly, when he did Red Bull BC1 10-year anniversary in Korea to defend his title, the one where he won, I think he was technically serving during that time. So I think as a nation, he was allowed to go defend his title against the world real quick and then go back.
So the exception
That's
isn't
pretty
that
cool.
you don't have to serve, it's that you have to serve a specialized version.
Yeah, you still have to serve, but like, maybe you are a large benefit to the country in a different way. So they're not going to like completely...
They just make that the service.
It's also pretty convenient because they're like training and stuff. Like Jimmy Stewart went to World War II,
Holy crap.
Yeah, like those guys, it's like you're not coming back and doing a movie and going back to war. Like you're just there.
Yeah.
So it's a lot different.
Dang.
Yeah. That cat was a veteran.
What a G.
Yeah, I would definitely be surprised if that was the same during actual wartime. But at the same time, it's like, if it was actually wartime, it's not like you would send, necessarily those guys, unless they were super down for it and wanted to go out and be like frontline people, It'd be like, yo, like, even during wartime, be like the drummer boy, like play some music and stuff, get people hyped.
Yeah.
If I was a pop star, I'm like, nah, I'm trying to go back and make billions of dollars.
But that's like Tom Cruise in that movie, man. If you protest too much, they're gonna put your ass in the front line.
Risky business?
No. The
Eyes wide shut?
no, the one Day After Tomorrow. No, the one where he keeps getting killed over and over.
Days of Thunder.
No. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow. They made the shittiest title, but Live, Die, Repeat was a better title.
Such a hard title to think of.
But it was such a good movie.
Such a
liked
good ass
it.
movie. But remember in the beginning, he's like trying to get out of going to war, and then they put his ass in the front lines, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, don't do that.
But that is good. I think his name was Suteji back in like the early 2000s.
No, Solantong.
No, that's crazy.
Some young guy?
Basically, it was like one of the guys who like
You guys could convince me of any of that.
would be one of the most gangster like K-pop dudes because he was like killing it top dog during that era, and then it was his time to go to the Korean military, and then so he chose not to. He fled and he like went to like LA or some shit.
Oh, shit.
And then so now he's still in a whole like legal situation, and I can't wait for everybody to go to the comments to correct me because I don't have the right information, but this is JK News, so
So he still can't go back to Korea or whatever.
well, so he's been doing like multiple legal cases, and his case over like 20 years or 30 years or some shit has been going on of whether or not he can go back to the country and still retain some version of something.
Some of them have like statute of limitations, like if you wait out 20 years or some shit or 10 years.
Dang.
I think if you're high profile though, it might be a difference.
He's like Edward Snowden just chilling over here.
I think so.
I knew a couple, or I know one B-boy who's hella bounced.
Who went to New York, right? And like made a family and stuff.
The different dude.
Oh, okay.
He moved to L.A., Santa Monica, and he was because remember back then, like
You're talking about flip flop?
you're fucking dumb. That's hilarious.
You guys always do that shit to me. I'm like, they're fucking with me.
Yeah.
They're all like 40 now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you mean Sonic? Come on, man.
Exactly.
No. I'm talking about Wigglers. Yeah.
No context name stuff on Steve is really funny.
Fucking guys, man.
Yeah, it was during the time where Korea had come up so hard in breaking, but we didn't have any of those guys out here because the age range of most B-boys is pre-military. So it's very hard for them to like, you know, get to the point of being a traveler and then come to the States. But then one guy was here and everybody's like, how's this dude here? And then we found out it's because his family had connections and they just got him out.
Wow.
Dang.
So he's not a deserter. He got like,
Diplomatically,
Well,
it was out?
no, it was not good what he did.
Oh.
But then they just sent him out.
but I think if you're a celeb, it actually makes way more sense to not wiggle out because just a national like example of like, oh, they're doing it.
Yeah.
So then we have to do it too, you know? But then if only the celebs were not doing the service, then they'll be like, what the fuck? How come they don't have to do it?
But that was like the thing about Vietnam is all the celebrities, like all the people in government, their kids weren't going.
Yeah.
Like they're getting excuses and shit like that. And that's like what inspired the Fortunate Son song because that cat was like pissed.
Oh.
Which, if I was in the government and I had a kid, I'd be like, nah, you ain't going. They can hate us later for sure, but
How did that work during the Vietnam draft?
What do you mean? There was so much draft dodging. Like Dick Cheney got out of it. Bush got out of it.
Wait, Dick Cheney?
Yeah.
I thought he was. Oh, that's McCain. That was a
Yeah, then
hostage.
McCain went, yeah.
Muhammad Ali got out of it too, right? By converting to Muslim, or no? Is that something else?
Yeah, you can, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Like they'll find loopholes to dodge.
they don't.
Well, he famously like was beating his chest out there saying he's not going because he doesn't support the war effort and all that.
Yeah, I remember that. But then if you're like Muslim, they won't draft you back then.
I think they're because you're in America, you have to do things based off of like your ideals. So if you're like, in my religion, I cannot do this, they will not put you on the front lines. But maybe if you push hard enough, you don't even have to go.
Wow, damn.
Yeah.
I remember those videos and stories of people breaking their legs and arms to not get
Yeah, or
drafted.
get disabled.
Dude,
Whoa.
all kinds of stuff. They're hiding their kids in some cases. Like it was a wild time.
hiding their kids.
From like, because they would bring recruiters to the house and stuff.
You guys ever see the draft videos of like people from the Philippines or Thailand?
Yeah,
Those are the funniest
amazing.
ones.
oh yeah. The draft lottery, yeah.
Literally pull name out of a hat,
Yeah.
right? And it'll be like a flaming dude, and then and it's like you don't have to go. Oh my god, yes! And then the guy that has to go. And then they have to get carried out.
Yo, why are they all gay?
I don't know. It's great. It's great.
The gay guys that don't have to go have to do a solo.
Yeah, they do that fucking high kick. They're like, yes!
And then even the soldiers are like, yeah.
Those videos are the best.
They make
man.
it fun, man.
Remember in Hook when they're like, you're going to the boo box, and they're like, no, not the boo box, no, not the fucking boo box.
Good marketing. It's actually good marketing.
It is, dude.
Because also, if you're like watching this other like super gay dude, it's like you have to go. It's like no. It's like if you have to go, you're not gonna do the same type of like no.
You got to take it a little bit. You got to take it better.
Yeah, you gotta be like, oh man.
I just like how everyone's smiling at that place.
Yeah, especially the soldiers.
Yeah.
'Cause they're like, dude, it's not that bad.
The guys that are holding on to them in case they faint.
yeah. Like, oh my fucking god, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a taser test because you have guys on each arm just like holding them, and you're like, oh, it's in case they like collapse.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
That's dramatic.
It's funny because you said like, have you guys seen those videos? And there's just one video that I've seen of it, and it's the same gay guys. It's just one video.
I think it's one video. Yeah.
I think I've seen like 2 or 3 of them.
I've
Because
seen
I've seen
a
yeses,
bunch,
I've
yeah.
seen no's.
Because he goes into ChatGPT, he's like, can you show me a bunch more videos just like this?
10 more like this.
All the gay guys.
But from a marketing perspective, though, I'd imagine like the K-pop stans who are like huge fans, aka the whole world of like BTS. It's like to know that they still fulfilled their like country's duty and come back, and then like now their music's probably gonna be so much more like mature and edgy, or like, you know, they're men that have like really experienced certain things or whatever.
You think?
I think if you
Like it'll be like the Beatles where they come back with like an evolved like music.
I mean, at their caliber,
Lucky, that'd be amazing.
at their level,
Crazy
it's
how even one person out of that group would have like 8 figures of followers.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, that's true.
And then they're like individually and even as a group, they're like a economic nation. Like how much income that they can produce. So there's hella trickle down, right? Like there's K-pop events that happen, just fan club events. I just recently found this out because we did a collab with BT21, which are the figurines of those guys' characters. They're like line friends. So they're not even them. They're the cartoon versions inspired by each one of those guys. And there's people that follow that. There's like K-pop clubs that have events where you come in and like there's people that are making money like promotion wise, all that. These guys aren't doing any concerts or anything. You're just going there to have like a fan club event. And there's a whole economy based on this stuff. And I'm just like, dude, it's crazy. Because usually when you think of anime conventions and all that stuff, like there's some ties to the company. And there's some kind of like licensing or money that's going to the company. But there's so much money going around with K-pop and the whole culture that it's like produced whole entire industry outside of money going back to Korea.
Wow.
That makes sense. Like stuff that they don't even have anything physical to do with. There's like a whole other ecosystem for that. Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
The crazy thing is I want to know how far in advance the label and the A&Rs planned for this music, because they already knew this was going to happen. So it's not like when you think of how the Beatles came out and then after they finished and they came back with that next album, they were different people. These different people were probably already like pre-planned.
they've probably been planning for 10 years plus, because there's an age where you have to go. So when they're signing like these 7-year contracts for the record labels and stuff like that, they're probably already like, these people have to leave at this time. So like in year 4, we're already building up like this group that's younger, and we need to put a lot of marketing and just get the gears turning for that. So when these guys are gone, these guys are paying all of our bills still, and then we're already producing the next level of things for when these guys get out in 2 years. Like the whole thing's got to be planned out.
For something that huge, imagine how many brains there are above it, like just making everything work and come together. That's crazy to think.
Plus, like the guys who run the record labels are like, yeah, we served in the military too. So like we know exactly when, how, what we can do. We could talk to these people because like they're all like giant moguls out there that probably know people that know people and run shit.
Do girls have to serve?
I don't think so. I'm going to answer that myself.
And they voluntarily serve?
Like there's no way Blackpink's going in, right?
By draft, I don't think so.
It says, no, women are not required to serve in the South Korean military. Conscription only applies to men, but women can volunteer as officers or non-commissioned officers, though there are ongoing debates about proposals about introducing mandatory service.
Okay, word.
They might have to because of the population decline.
Does any country have mandatory female service?
I think Israel.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Mandatory, really?
I think everybody
yeah,
that's
everyone in the country.
able-aged.
Oh wow.
Because you'll see a ton of women just in uniform, like, because there's like Israeli baddies that are like just
Yep.
Yeah, several countries have mandatory military service for women, including Israel, North Korea, and Eritrea.
Eritrea. That's next to Ethiopia. North Korea, but they fudge their numbers because technically the whole country is a part of the military. That's why they have the biggest military in the world.
Oh, I see.
Like scrawny, unhealthy, like it's just their special forces guys are the top, yeah. But their whole country is the military.
But when you're in North Korea, you can only Google like the really strong ones.
Right.
There's the only one pictures that come up.
I think when you're outside of North Korea, you can only Google the strong ones. That's how cool they are.
By the way, shout out Kim Jong. We know you watch. Thank you, brother. Thanks for supporting the show.